Hello boys and girls, it's me, the Guide Knight, and welcome to part 11 of my Godot tutorial. This may very well be the final part of this tutorial, where I'm gonna show you how to add controls, menus, and change the text size, the font, and so on. So let's go ahead and do this. First, let me remind you what we did last time. We did fix some small bugs, like the edge collision, but we still don't have anything that will appear after the game is over or after we have failed, like, to do our job. So first of all, I would see that my font here, which you should be able to find in my GitHub page, linked in one of my previous videos. I'll probably post a link again to the resources. The font I would just move into assets. Can move it. Moving font. All right, let me give it a try. Okay, so when in doubt, leave the project and reload it. That should fix it. And now I moved my font there. So let's go ahead and go and create some menus. Like I'm gonna create a new folder called menus. And there is one more folder I would like to create. It's called basically theme or styles. I'm just gonna call it styles because we're gonna add more stuff there. If I can also type. All right, guys. So menus are very easy to do, but they're a little bit counterintuitive, and some things inside are a bit tricky to do. So let's go ahead and create our first menu. Go ahead and create a new scene. In this case, we're going to use a control node. As you see here, all user interfaces nodes inherit from control. A control's anchor and margins adapt its position and size relative to its parent. So this is basically our control node. If you see that it has some kind of dimension, and I would like to drag and drop, basically not drop, only drag this dimension to be the full viewport size. Like right now it's width and height as my viewport. So I'm gonna save it and put it here inside my menus. I'm gonna call it level done menu. Here, all right, I'm gonna add a rich text label and I'm going to add a button. The rich text label is going to say something like level done. Done, congratulations. And the button is gonna say basically reset. You click here and there is a text field. You can enter the text, and for the button there is also text field. You can also enter like reset level. This is what we're gonna do. But right now, if I do drag my control here and start the game, I basically see this. And I consider this success, and this is the end of the tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, blah blah blah. No, just kidding. All right, guys, so this is terrible, right? This is like terrible. First of all, what we can do is we can use here the layout button here, and we can center on the top the text basically, and the button we're gonna center in the middle of the screen. Let me do this. But still is very, very small and not really good. And the text is also scrollable. I can actually drag it and make it bigger, but I would like to show you something else. All right, so first of all, there are some important things in those nodes, like the anchor and the margin. Like basically the anchor tells you how from 0 to 1, what percentage I should be away from my left border. Like the left border is here, and I would like it to be 0% away from my left border. And I would like it to be exactly 0% away from my right border, which is basically 100% away from my left border. So this is all right. And you see that there is some spill off, right? So this is done in the margin. I'll basically get rid of the margin. And I don't want to have any margin left. This is basically the margin in pixels from my left border. I can do negative and positive margin. This one is in percent basically. And this is the anchor we are like This is kind of the size of the box, and this is the positioning of this box. It's, size and position, it's a little bit tricky, but basically we want to have no margin and would like to have 100% width, so to say. This is what it means. And the size, yeah, that's a little bit tricky as well, but we're gonna do something else here, and we're not going to use the text field. We're gonna use the BB code. Here I can actually place exactly the same text and it will be visible as you see, but I can also type in center. I think I need to close the, like HTTP basically, but with different brackets, and I need to close it, and I need to enable BB code. So this basically centers my text. This is nice. I maybe add some margin from the top, like not for the anchor. I'd like to have a margin basically, let's say 20 pixels. And this is centering my label, this is centering my button. But right now we need to add, change the font, change the size and the coloring and everything. And for this, we're gonna add a theme. So we go to styles and add new resource, basically right click, new resource, and then go to theme. Create a new theme, we're gonna call it main theme. And this now has an overview of how the main theme looks like. Those things are basically previews, how it will look for different UI elements. And you can edit those by clicking edit theme, and then you can create an empty template or empty editor template. Basically, or create from current theme. Okay, I'm just gonna go with create from current editor theme, and this will open all those different properties. That is a little bit overwhelming, but we're only gonna change the, basically for now, the button, right? And for the button, what do we have? We have styles and we have colors, right? For the styles, we have hover, normal, and pressed. Those are the things we're gonna be interested in. So let's go ahead and create some styles. In order for us to add a style here, I'll use a style box flat here. So I can go to styles, right click, then new resource, and then go style box flat. And I'll call it button, maybe button normal. And double click here. This opens the background color for the button normal. I will use a white color, and I'll use border of width 3 in all dimensions. And the border color I will use some sort of yellow. You can choose whatever. I'm not gonna give you exactly the numbers. You can choose whatever you like. And yeah, I think. Let me now check I can save, and I can check, go back to the theme. I should rename that to main theme to be basically camel case. All right, go back to the theme, and now I can drag and drop the button normal here. And you immediately see it in the preview, but not here, because I have not applied the theme yet, right? So you can click on the control, on the parent control, and then you can choose theme, and then you can load our theme, or you can go and select your basically editor theme, which will be in editor settings, and then basically theme. You can use a custom theme for your editor. Basically under styles, main theme, and yeah, but I think this is basically the only the editor theme. So in our case, I'm just gonna go to the control and apply the theme here. So you see that our button now looks ridiculous. What is missing is basically we don't have a size and a font. So we're gonna go here and create a new resource, and we're gonna add a font. We're gonna use the dynamic font, and we're gonna call it, I don't know, main font. The main font, we can double click, and in the font section inside the inspector, we can load our, from our assets, the font basically, divlet. And then in our theme, we have to basically create the font. Now we need to apply the font to the theme. There is a default font here, and you can load, or you can just drag and drop, basically. Drag and drop the font we have. And you see that now things look a little bit different. What's interesting is that if you'd like to change the size of those, of the text basically, you need to do it in the font. You cannot do it in the theme, you cannot do it in the button. I would like to be able to do it in the button. What you can do in the button is basically, you can resize it, say basically you can scale the whole thing, but that's not really changing the size of the font. So you need to do this inside the font. You basically double click the font, and then on settings you have like size. Let's go with 48 or maybe 62 or 64. All right, so now I have changed the layout a little bit. It's bigger, so I will click it and go again and recenter it because it's not applying it automatically, I see. And here I can actually make it, yeah, I can actually drag it a little bit manually. Okay, so you see that there is a background here. I'm not sure if that's actually a bug or not. Let me just... okay, it appears to be there. What we can do is basically we can duplicate this button normal style and say like this is text style. And then in our text style, we can say we don't want to have a background, or we want to have a transparent background, so to say. Transparent background and no border in that case, and then save. And then inside our main theme, we can find our rich text label, and inside here in styles, basically, you can drag and drop the text style you'd like to have, and there you go. It's no longer having a background. For this, you notice that the button edges are not rounded. I would like to have them rounded, so I can go to my button normal, basically, and then I'll add like 10 radius, 10 pixel radius to each direction, and this should round my edges. I'll make it a little bit larger as well by manually dragging and then recenter it again. So yes, now you see that the basically if I add it to okay, I edited it. So you see that if I hover, everything is broken, and if I press, it's also broken. So I'm gonna change those two styles as well. And yeah, let's do it. So right now I'm gonna duplicate this and call it like hover, button hover. And I'm gonna duplicate it once more and call it button pressed. So what do I want to have? Like when it's hovering, I would like to maybe the border can be a little bit, I don't know, more like green color or something. That makes not much sense. A little bit greenish-er. And I guess the background color I would like to be not entirely white, but a little bit gray. For when it's pressed, I would like to have basically inverted colors, right? I would like the thing to be really gray. And how do you change the actual color of the text, right? This is inside the theme, of course, because why wouldn't it be? Okay, so you have button hover, you go to the hover style and drag and drop it there, button pressed for the press style, drag and drop it there, and you have like the colors for the button, for the font. Like I would like to have white, basically, color. Come on, did I misclicked? Okay, I would like to have a white color here, For the hover, I would like to have maybe a little bit grayish, more grayish color, and for pressed, I would like to have basically a white color as well. So let me save now, and let me see what it looks like. Okay, this is ridiculous, right? Why isn't it working? First of all, one thing worked though, the color, right? This is invisible now, so we need to have some sort of let's see if we can set up some sort of shadow or a way to like make a border around the text. So let's change that. Basically, first we would like to get rid of this white. This is inside the font. You go to main font and double click. You can see the outline color. We'd like to have a black outline, and the outline size maybe of 3 pixels seems too much, like 2 pixels. Let me see that how it looks. Yeah, a little bit, not very well, not very good, but still kind of okay-ish, so to say. Okay, so I think that there was one thing. Let me try to press it. Yeah, this is still broken. Let's go to main theme and see what we have. Like, this is okay. Once we press it, basically the button pressed is not working. Let me try to reload the project and see. Okay, that didn't really work, but I figured a way. Basically, I need to set the normal style to the focus as well, and or maybe I can actually set the pressed button style to the focused. So let me see if I do this now. Yeah, I see that it's basically pressed, but maybe just go with normal. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter. It's not like the best style possible you can use, right? So you can just you can probably add another style. Let me actually try that, like button focus, and this style could have no background, like 0, and then we can assign it to the theme here, and now it should be better. Yeah, I guess that's well enough. This is a little bit bugging me that the text here is not white. So let's go to our where is actually the text here? I think that the color should be in the theme. So let's go to the theme and find the rich text label, and under color let's change it to white. This should do the trick. Yeah, it's a little bit better, not the best, I guess. So what do we need here? Like, let me just copy this theme, because we're gonna use it or a very similar thing. I mean, not the theme, but the menu. I'm just gonna copy, duplicate it, and call it level or game over. Game over menu. So this would be, let's just double click, and instead of level done, congratulations, like you suck. No, sorry. You failed your task. Try again. This font is a little bit weird, but anyhow, I guess it's all right. And again, a restart level. So we have like 2 restart levels. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new script resource, and we're gonna call it menu GD. And inside the menu GD, we are gonna extend control. Extends control. This is what we want to have, like in both of our menus. This is the control node, and let's have a world variable, and this is gonna be our main world. Let's say this one, right? We don't have more for now, but this is enough, I guess. And then let's add the ready function. And on ready, basically, would like to be visible. I mean, not to be visible. So visible equals false. And Yeah, now let's basically create two different scripts for the game over and game done. So go to control here, create a new script, game over menu, and this will actually extend with the actual menu GD. So extends this one, and I'll delete everything else. I'm gonna do the same for the level done. Go to click level done, control, create a new script, create level done, and then it will extend the menu GD. So now let's try with the game over, right? First of all, we can actually add both of those now, and maybe I can rename them here, level done, and then game over, so that I can add them inside my main world. I'm actually gonna add both here, and they should be right now invisible. Yeah, when we start the game, they're basically invisible. I can hide them here so that they don't mess things up, but let's at least show one of them. All right, so what we need to do now is to connect the button and the logic of game over. So where do we have the game over logic? I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was somewhere inside the bow script. So let's go and open bow GD and check if game over. All right, print game over, and then change scene, right? So we'll actually get rid of this and of this, and we're gonna emit a signal. So let's create a signal called signal game over. I guess this should be enough, and then basically emit signal game over. Okay, now it should compile, and if we go here, we can actually click on the ball and then on node, and then we have the game over signal, right? So we're gonna double click that and connect it to the game over control. So from the node, game over signal connected to game over control, and inside game over control, what can we do? We can basically show it, right? We will say visible equals true, because this is our menu that must be shown on game over. And one more thing, we can actually go to the menu here, and we can connect the restart button. But let's do it after we check this one. Let's do it one at a time. So now I just have to miss the bow, which is very easy. And now we say level done, congratulations. Great. That was totally the wrong one. You failed. All right. I basically completely messed up the text. So let me just copy or cut this one and paste it inside the game over menu. Rich text label. And I will cut the level done and place it here. So now we should see the correct text in a bit. You failed your task, or try again. All right. So this seems to work. So let's connect our button. Right now, how you connect the button, basically, you have a button here, right? And you have the script, and you can connect it with a signal. So you go to the node, and there's a button pressed, basically. Like you see that if I click different control elements, this thing changes. And I'm just clicking on the button, and it has a pressed signal. So I'm gonna connect it directly to the level done here. And button pressed. I'm not gonna call it on button pressed. Sorry. I would like to have a better name for that, and I don't actually want to. I can remove it, disconnect. Let's try again. So I'm gonna go on restart button pressed. Okay, and restart button pressed, and let me connect it here. But I actually don't want to have it here, right? I like to have it inside my menu because we have two menus that have a restart button. So I'm gonna cut and paste it inside my menu. What you see that basically the signal here is gone, right? And if you go to the button, it's still connected. Let me try to see if it works. It should work. Okay, it doesn't work. All right, so basically what we kind of did was, well, of course it doesn't work. We have a pass here. Sorry about that. So basically what we need to do is get tree and then change scene to world. So let me try again. Okay. It works. But if it did not work, actually, what you can do is you can disconnect the button and basically connect it with the same name, and then it should work. Just in case if it didn't work from the first time. Yeah, all right. So now we can actually go to our level done here, and did we connect this as well? I don't know, maybe we did. Okay, let's connect it with the same name, connect button, and you see that actually it's not adding any code here because it's already inside the menu GD and kind of recognize that, I guess. Okay, so let's go back to our game over. Now the thing actually works, right? This is something we just added, and it is working for game over, but not for level done, right? Because we don't have the level done signal, and the level done signal was inside the dynamic level, right? We had a level done signal, and we can go out to our world and connect from the dynamic level the level down signal with the control, which in that case should be, let me just remove that and re-add it. It should, I think I renamed it, so it should be level done now. Okay, now, yes. So let's connect the level done signal with the level done control. On dynamic level done, let's just visible equals true. And for the dynamic level done, I would like to check that somehow. So let's go to, and maybe add only one brick. Like, I don't want to have any indestructible bricks, right? And I don't, blue, green, dark. Okay, I only want to have one blue brick. So Control K to comment it out. And then if this is added once, I'll just return. It should add only one brick somewhere. All right, we have this brick, guys. Let's try to hit it. Of course, we failed miserably. But okay, level done. Congratulations. What you see that actually the ball continues to move and you can move the player. So we need to actually connect to level done signal to the ball maybe and to the player. So let's go here again and go here, connect it to ball, and let's add another variable, say is running. Do we already have that? Is running physical process. If it's not running, return. This looks interesting. So let's say not running, like is running equals false. And for the player, I would like to do the same. Basically add another thing to the player and function velocity. Okay, let's just use the same. Bar is running equals true. Or maybe just not initialize it here. On ready to be like equals true. And if is running, if not is running, return. Okay, so this should break, basically make sure our player and our bow don't move after we hit this, right? Let me try to hit it. Okay, The player still moves though. So I need to say that the is running to true actually. Of course, I should set it to false. I'm a little bit distracted today. I'm sorry about that, but I guess this should now fix it. There we go. I cannot move anymore. And I guess we can do the same for our game over, right? Because right now, if I actually do this, okay, reset level. That was not what I wanted. I didn't want to win. I just wanted to lose. Yeah, I can still move, right? And I can do the same for the game over, which is I can go to the bow, click on the signal, game over, and then connect it to player, and then I just that is running goes false. And this should be it, guys. This should make things unmovable for me. Yep, that's it. I can restart and I can start again the game, which is nice. So I'm just gonna revert my dynamic level to be not hacked. So let me just Control K to remove the comments and remove this return. Maybe change the seed to something else like 3 to have a bit different level. And there we go, guys. This is my breakout Godot 2D game tutorial. I may add some new or additional tutorials in the future. Stay tuned for those, and I hope you liked it. If you did, thank you for watching, and please give me your thumbs up. And as always, stay amazing, stay cool. I know you are amazing, so that's why I'm saying stay and not be, because you are cool, guys. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your lives, guys. Bye bye.